Well, hello everyone. Welcome to the first episode of the Jeffcast, which is what? Well, we shall see what this turns into, but I hope this to be just a weekly, maybe bi-weekly fitness talk on what's happening in the world of fitness, the latest trends in fitness, and really what listeners are most interested in hearing about in terms of fitness. So I plan on this being very flexible in that sense, and feedback is always appreciated. Now, some of you are members of FastFit, and some of you might be, well, who in the heck am I? So just as a quick little introduction, like a lot of people that find their way in fitness, I grew up with, I'd say, kind of an athletic background. Basketball was a huge passion of mine, and I think there's still probably a 30-foot square area in a backyard in Woodline, Arkansas, where I grew up, that the grass still doesn't grow. I mean, I was kind of obsessed with it, much to the frustration of my parents from time to time. But that kind of obsession really shaped who I would be as a fitness professional, and then later as a fitness business owner, because I still have that same kind of drive and ambition to learn more and become better at my craft. And I think for all of us, a lot of what we do in those real formative years kind of directly impacts our mindset as a quote adult. Some might argue I still haven't reached that yet, but following college, I entered into the coaching ranks, was involved in coaching just about everything: football, track, basketball, cross country, you name it, and just eventually found out that that's just not the life for me. And that's when I entered into the fitness world, of which started actually doing personal training, and that kind of progressed into running an outdoor boot camp, and then currently I own a gym here in Little Rock that specializes in group training, mostly for busy men and women who need an express workout system and are also looking for kind of a fitness community to be a part of. So that's I do that. I do some other projects also that I'll get into, but that's a quick little rundown. But hey, enough about me. This episode is to talk about where we are as of today. First week of December as of this recording, and we are in the Christmas season. And when it comes to fitness, this is a challenging time on many fronts. I mean, for starters, it's just an extremely busy time of year for people, with jobs and plus all the extracurricular activities that go along with the season. It's hard to maintain that workout routine on top of what that kind of have a built-in excuse called the New Year, right? I mean, it's tough. So I want to take a few minutes and talk about the Holiday Survival Guide. This is an ebook I put together, and if you don't have a copy of this, I'll post a link in the show notes where you can get a free copy of it, because it's something you'll want to use throughout the next few weeks. If you're a FastFit member, you already have access to this. It's in our Facebook group and in our member zone. But even if you're not, it's completely free. It's an ebook I put together to really help everyone with the three components to surviving the holidays, and we're going to jump into those. They are, number one, workouts, clearly. Number two, nutrition. And then number three, stress management. Kind of a forgotten aspect of fitness is how we deal with stress. So, just to kick things off, there's some interesting studies on weight gain during the holidays, and several of these have famously discovered that people on average, and we're talking just an average, will typically gain more between Halloween to New Year's than from New Year's to Halloween. So if you think about it, I mean, at first you might be like, I don't know. But really, if you look at the kind of hot spots of fitness throughout the year, what are they? First, January, the New Year's resolutions, and then typically right around spring break, right before summer, and then when school starts back, there's another big rush of emphasis on fitness, believe it or not. So really you have about 9 months out of the year that you have these periodic little bursts of fitness enthusiasm, but the dead period is often in the holiday season. I mean, I mentioned just some of them, but look, it gets dark earlier. It gets colder. People go outside less. We're active less, and couple that with the fact that there are more holiday parties, an increase in all the holiday eats and treats. I mean, it shows you that, that October to December is typically a less active time of year for most people. And again, we're talking average. And the other times of the year there's some more activity. So we eat more and we are active less during this time. So on average now. So and I think it was studied by maybe Cornell University this past year that also showed that although holiday weight gain was actually not as significant as what's thought. I mean, sometimes you'll hear these big numbers of that people gain weight now, but that really it was only like 1 to 2 pounds of extra body fat, but that it would take for many people up to 5 months to get back to their pre-holiday weight. So, that's something I've always contended that, okay, a person only gains 1 to 2 pounds of fat over the Christmas season, but many of them will never lose that 1 to 2 pounds, and over the course of a decade of adulthood, they're now up 10 to 20 pounds. So, that's and they're in trouble. So the question is, how can we avoid that? So let's dive into this, and let's begin with the workouts. First, you start with the assumption that your schedule is not going to be as flexible as maybe it was in the fall or summer, that you're going to be busier than normal. So I know for our members at FastFit, we always talk about getting in a minimum of 8 workouts per month, which, averages 2 times a week. I mean, ideally you'd be able to get to do 3 kind of total body workouts weekly, but 2 workouts a week each week can keep you in the game and at least maintaining your current level of fitness. You can do more, but I mean, it's all based on what your schedule can allow. But for someone who maybe is, you're doing this on your own, I'd say let's begin with this. Start with a daily walk. We all need a baseline of activity, and with Americans, let's face it, we sit a lot. We sit at work for most of our jobs. We sit at meals. We sit to watch TV. We sit to check social media, and we just sit for hours and hours and hours. A 30-minute daily walk is not a lot to ask for, and it's something we want to be able to do the rest of our life. I mean, ideally, we walk till the day we die, Now, that said, I mean, no one is going to get shredded and get six-pack abs from just walking, but, it can at least keep you a consistent level of activity. So what I'd recommend, though, to really avoid being a statistic is to commit to performing, 10-minute total body workouts 3 times a week, along with the daily walk. Now your holiday survival guide has some instructional workouts that I demo for as to what to do. There's actually 4 of them you can kind of cycle between. And I'll also have kind of an equipment-free body weight workout series that I'll post here. It's on my YouTube channel. There's 12 of them. It would make a nice little 12 days of Christmas workout routine. So you could pick 1 or 2 that you want to do, just rotate those, or you could do 1 each day. But bottom line, find some consistency, and that's going to be the key. So your guide has some options there as far as workouts. Second, nutrition. This is, trying to find that balance between dietary compliance and holiday treats where most of us get tripped up by. And here's something I want you to consider, though. Don't make the mistake of restricting yourself on the holiday meals. That's right. Holiday meals, don't hold back. Most people take the approach of, it's date night and they restrict their eating, but when it's candy at work, they snack mindlessly. Or it's Christmas with the family and they restrict, but when it's watching TV, they snack mindlessly. So flip the script on that. Enjoy the Christmas party. Enjoy, that family event, and try to be more compliant on the day-to-day. I mean, when you think about it, even if you have, like, let's say, a half dozen Christmas parties to attend over the next few weeks, and that's 6 meals out of a possible 60 you may get between now and Christmas. I mean, if you look at each week, if you do 25 out of 28 meals are on point, those 3 are not going to set you back. So don't be so concerned about the 1 holiday meal. I mean, enjoy that time with your friends and family, and just be compliant on the other days. The Holiday Survival Guide, I show you basically how to live by the 80-20 rule in nutrition. And, if you'll use this on days, for example, it would be as simple as saying maybe 4 straight days I focus my meals on, protein, produce, and water, and then on the 5th day I can have some flexibility. It's also in your guide. It's going to have a calorie control guide for men and women, 1 for men, 1 for women, and that will help you really kind of drill down into like the quantity of your food, So we're going to talk food quality in the guide, but also food quantity. And if you follow that, I laid out. It's very simple. You're going to be in the exact place you need to be, and really, take the pressure off. With the 80-20 rule, most people really create more of a stressful eating situation by trying to go from 0 to 100 on the first day. So, speaking of stress, let's touch on that, because that's believe it or not, that's one of the big three components, and a kind of a silent assassin to belly fat. Stress hormones are well known to increase fat gain, especially right around the belly region. And so this is as important as talking workouts or talking nutrition. So don't stress, right? Easier said than done. But there are some tactics for managing stress, and honestly, it's not about as much avoiding any busyness or avoiding stressful situations. I actually find that a little stress makes people more productive. I mean, you're always going to be more on it and achieve more when you have a deadline or task that has to be accomplished. So it's not as much about having every day be sunshine and puppy dogs, but rather just handling the daily task, and your survival guide will guide you through Christmas parties, scheduling your events, scheduling your workouts, and really just managing your life schedule. And it's something you can continue on into the new year, because we're trying to build habits that it's going to make us successful in fitness. So it's also got some quick and easy recipes to use for really the on-the-go person that doesn't have a lot of time to meal prep. So with that, check out the Holiday Survival Guide and use it to have success during the Christmas season, but send you into the new year without that spare tire. And you will, if you follow it, if you follow the workouts, you'll follow the nutrition, you follow the stress management techniques, I can tell you, you will at the very least be maintaining and not gaining this Christmas season. So, well, that's it. I will see you for the next episode of the Jeffcast. Be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel for the latest workouts, weekly podcasts, and look me up on social media, Jeff McDaniel. Until next time, take care.